Hello everyone, this is Patricia from Southern Grace and Beauty, and as you can see I have turned everything around and I now have a new background. Hopefully you like it. Let me know if you do or if you prefer the old one. Just go back and look at my last several videos, so let me know what you want to see. And I am going to be doing a Capricorn video today. Last time I believe it was Gemini, and I had a friend request Capricorn. So I apologize if I'm looking in the viewfinder instead of at the camera. I'm trying to get better at that. But anyways, I am doing a Capricorn video today, and I hope you like it. It was a hot mess, and you may notice I went a little heavy-handed with the blush, and I hope that you find that moment very entertaining. I certainly did. It was a little irritating to say the least, but I think everything halfway turned out decent, to be honest. I mean, not too shabby. So if you want to see how I went from drab to even more drab, possibly Pennywise vibes going on here. Maybe I need to rename this the Pennywise tutorial. But seriously though, if you enjoyed this, keep watching. If you like my videos, please share, please comment, leave me suggestions. Be nice about it, obviously, but I hope you like it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. So to start out with, I am going to actually be using a blush palette. You've seen this before. Might help if it wasn't upside down. You've seen this before, and this is the Cosmetics Glamorous Blush 10 color blush palette, and it's got all sorts of matte shades and stuff, and I feel like for Capricorn, I don't know why this one is showing up white, but it is not. But I feel like with Capricorn, since they're disciplined, since they're determined, they've got one thing going on, I feel like matte is the way to go. Everything's going to be monotoned. I feel like red is great. I believe the birthstone of Capricorn is garnet, so work out pretty good. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these matte brown shades. So I'm going to take this matte brown shade, maybe mix it with this one right here. And I'm just going to run this through the crease. It's just going to help the other colors blend a little bit better. And the great thing about blush palettes, you know, not everybody can afford eyeshadows. Not everybody can afford the latest and the greatest and the best. So if you've got a blush palette like this that's got a mixture of shimmers and mattes, they can double as your eyeshadows as well. I use bronzer as eyeshadow all the time. So don't feel like you need the latest and the greatest. Everybody's got to start somewhere. Alright, so for Capricorn, I figured since the birthstone is garnet, what I could do is use perhaps I'm still trying to figure out how to do this. Perhaps these three reds over here in the corner. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I'm just playing around, so it's more of a play with makeup kind of day. So what I'm going to do is take a pencil brush like this. I think this one's by e.l.f. And I'm just going to take this top red one right here. This top red one. Okay, top red one. Okay. Let's get this right. So I'm going to take it. I'm going to run it on the outer edge, outer V, I think that's what you call it. Now it's not going to show up the best on the eye just yet because, I mean, it is a blush, so it really wasn't made for the eye, but so you're probably going to need to build it up. This is just your classic red. I'm going to bring it all the way in. Same thing on the other side. Let me know if you like this background. Do you enjoy this, or do you enjoy me sitting on the bed back there? I've been trying to play around with backgrounds and stuff, so let me know. It's kind of blended in just a little bit. Now you will notice that I've brought the color up towards my brow, but I can't really help that because the bottom line of my brow is so close to my lid. Now we're going to take the same brush and we're going to go into the darker red right there. It kind of comes off as a pinky red on camera, but it's a little bit of a deeper red. Kind of press that where we put that other color, and once you pull it into the crease, bring it just a little bit lower than that first color. If you hear any background noise, I apologize. It's in the middle of the day. School's just letting out for the day, so you might hear a lot of traffic out here. So now I'm going to take a brush, the same brush that I used for the transition shades, and I'm just going to run that along all of the edges, just to make sure everything's blended just right. Now actually, you know, I kind of lied about the whole matte thing. Decided I'm going to add just a little bit of shimmer. That was kind of a last minute thing. So I'm going to take I don't know which one I'm going to take. I think I'm going to grab, if I can get it out, this is a Z palette. I'm going to take Victorian Ruby by Coastal Scents. It's kind of like, it's a reddish brown. And I'm going to take my finger, a little bit on my finger, then blend that in with the rest of the eyeshadow. And there's just a subtle, very subtle shimmer. It's not like boom in your face, but this does give a little bit more personality to what I want pull together for this look. I'm going to take the e.l.f. black eyeliner, and it looks like this, and I'm just going to run that along my top lash line. And I promise I will start doing wings as soon as I can figure out how to best do that for hooded eyes. I just messed that up. I have royally messed that up. Well, I guess we're doing thick eyeliner today. You know, that's probably about as good as it's gonna get. I decided to do that off camera because clearly the camera makes me nervous. I don't know why, but seriously, I should quit playing around with that before I make it worse. Yikes. I mean, what do? It's makeup, it'll wash off, and I'm glad I don't have anywhere to go. That was an adventure. So, I'm going to take my Maybelline Falsies Volume Express after I get eyeliner off my finger. And I will take that and run it through my lashes as always, without poking myself in the eye. It's been one of those days where everything goes wrong and nothing is in your favor. Look at that. Look at that. That is why I do my eyes before my face. And if I remember, sometimes I forget, but if I remember I'm going to run some shadow or some blush under my eyes, kind of pull it all together. Sometimes I forget, so forgive me if I do. Forgive me for rambling on like this. Again, it's been one of those days. Alright, so we are going to move on to the face. And as always, I'm going to prime by using the Almay Smartshade right there. I don't know if you can see that, but it's probably too much, but a girl can't have too much moisture. Okay, so we are moving on to foundation, and this is my trusty Wet n Wild Focus. Let's go a little bit closer. My Wet n Wild Photofocus foundation in shade Soft Ivory. And I'm just going to paint. Holy crap, that's a lot of foundation on the forehead. Let's migrate some of that to the chin, shall we? That's better. And we're going to blend it out. A lot of people, and I've noticed, and I do agree with them, this foundation does cling to dry patches. So if you find that happens, make sure you exfoliate and cleanse really good before you use this foundation, and it goes on so much better. Especially like with me, I get dry patches between and above my eyebrows, so that might be helpful. And this foundation, for me, it's medium buildable coverage. Like, it's not full on, but sometimes I like that because it's really easy for me to get cakey. It's easy for me to get heavy-handed, so medium buildable is usually the way to go for me. And I look like a total zombie right now with red eyes and a pale face. Cool. That's awesome. So we're going to move on to concealer. I'm going to be using my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in thank you. as I was saying, I'm going to be using my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. This should be fun to edit. In the shade Vanilla, Light Vanilla. And I'm going to also be using the Maybelline Age Rewind in the shade Light. So, I usually like to dot that because I used to do the whole triangle thing, but I found that with that particular concealer it can look crazy real quick. Go in with my NARS concealer, add a little bit more coverage and a little bit of highlight to areas that need it, because Lord knows your girl needs it. Do a little bit of highlight, and I also find that this foundation sets itself, which is really interesting. Now I'm going to set just a little bit, like at my T-zone and where my concealer is, but I find that this foundation really sets itself, and it's fascinating to watch. What happened there? Alright, concealer is finished and we can move on, thank goodness. So, yeah, I'm going to set it just a little bit. So I'm going to be taking my Covergirl Pressed Powder, using it a million times. And I'm going to grab... What am I going to grab? I'm going to go ahead and use the brush that I'm going to use for my blush. Say that 5 times fast. And I'm going to just run that across. And this brush is actually from a set that I got years and years ago from Claire's. I just had a setting powder that was hiding underneath a bunch of this stuff. Oh well. I forgot that I brought it. I'll live. It was time to change things up anyways. Alrighty, so we are going to move on to my bronzer. I don't really contour that much because, I mean, I've already got that from having it naturally, so I'm going to go in with my NYC. I'm going to go in with my NYC Smooth Skin Bronzing Face Powder. This video is going to you-know-where in a handbasket, and I don't appreciate it. Well, I do for the entertainment value, but for productivity's sake, yeah, this. But I really love this bronzer. One of my favorites. But if you're a little bit deeper than me, it may not show up as good on you. Got Claire's brush. Bring that along my forehead. And to stick with the monotone thing that we've got going on, I'm going to be adding, not yet because I just remembered, I need to run some shadow on my lash line. I'm so all over the place, but before I do that, I'm going to set in my T-zone. Did you understand that? Tell me below if you understood that. So I'm going to take the deepest red down here at the corner, and I'm going to run that along the lower lash line. How long was it going to take for me to finish that one sentence? I'm going to take this one right here that comes off a little more pinky. And with these blushes, you've got to have a brush that is not very dense, because these blushes are very, very pigmented. Like, you do not need a lot at all, or you'll come out looking like Pennywise the Clown, which I personally don't think is a very good look, but do you? What is going on right there? Everything. Yeah, let's figure out how to fix that, because that's coming off real patchy on camera. What's going on? Now I'm looking like Pennywise. How do I fix this? Here's my foundation brush. How? Yeah, even that's not working. How? Let's just be, ooh, that blended out. Sort of. In real life. Still looks patchy on camera. What the heck? I ain't gotta be anywhere today. So. You know, we're just going to live and learn. What was I just saying? You do not need that much. But that color would have suited this just perfectly. But what do you do? What do you do? I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to take some of this setting powder that I forgot to use. I can open it. There it goes. And I'm going to take that big black fluffy powder brush and I'm going to run that over the blush. See what happens. See if it adds any coverage. That's a lot of powder. It better do something. But I don't think it will, because that is a sheer powder. And I'm just making my face look really bad right now. ignore the fact that I've made myself look like Pennywise the clown. I don't know if Pennywise is a Capricorn, but if he is, I probably offended him too by doing this number. But please ignore it. Of course, the one thing that always fixes everything is highlight. So I'm going to take my Wet n Wild eyeshadow brush blender thing, and I'm going to go right over that blush. See if we can fix the situation. I don't think it's going to be fixed though. But I'm just going to have to deal with it. So much for a beautiful, whoa, monotoned zodiac look today. I look really bad. Okay, so we have come down to the very last thing. And by the way, that highlight was Mary-Loumanizer by the Balm. So we're coming down to the very last thing, and that is lipstick, and I'm excited to try it out myself, and this is the Ruby Woo lipstick, Retro Matte lipstick, and it looks like that, just a classic red. I'm just gonna run it on my very dry lips. I've just put lip balm on. What's the deal? Well, alright, that is the finished look. I think it all turned out fairly good, even after that tumultuous incident with the blush. I think it still turned out halfway decent, I would say. I like the eyes. I like the whole idea of just deepening the crease with more similar colors. So if you like it, I mean, this was my interpretation of Capricorn. So if you like this look, please let me know, and if you enjoyed the epic entertainment, please let me know that too, because I would be more than willing to have more bad videos. Not on purpose, but I would not be quite as embarrassed this time, but we're just but we're just going to roll with it, and thank you for watching, and come back next time and maybe I'll have a better time trying to film. So thank you for stopping by. Bye. Oh dear. I look like an idiot right now. Cool. And I have made a fool of myself in front of the entire internet and possibly the entire world, and I apologize to anybody that just had to witness that. Excuse me. No.